Hi there, welcome to the tutorial. Let's see what we are trying to achieve first. So, what we have here is we've got a camera following a character climbing some stairs. He's following along a certain path, and the camera will pan around him in a fluid fashion. Okay, so with that objective in mind, let's get started. So, let's add a camera just about behind him, that's where we want it. And now we want to add a path. So to add a path, we need a little bit of forethought, and this is a technique. We need to know how long it takes him to reach certain points. So in this sort of film, I wanted it to the camera follow him behind, and then sort of elevate up the stairs and have it sort of up and over him, and then it swings around on his right side. So to do that, we would sort of need to know some key points. So probably at the base of the stairs is one key point when he reaches there, and at the top of the stairs, and then of course when he finishes at the end. So there's about three key points. I've already counted how long it takes him. It takes him about 3 seconds to reach the stairs. You just need to run it and count in your mind, and 6 seconds to climb the stairs, and about 10 seconds to reach the end. So with that in mind, we can open up the track view and start a sequence. So click here, add sequence, just type in anything, camera will do, and then we select the camera out in the window and we add selected entity node, and that gives us now control over the position of the camera, rotation, and field of view of the camera. We also have to additionally add a scene node too, and then right click on scene, add track camera, and that will give us control. Now our footage only goes for 10 seconds, and we've already counted that it takes him about 19-20 seconds to actually complete his path, so we need to extend that. So we click over here and it gives us sequence properties, and we want to play on load, we want it to be a cutscene, we want to disable the HUD and disable the player, and also of course extend the time. That's what we really want to do. So over 20 seconds is fine, anything over that. So end time length is extended, so now it goes all the way up to 25 seconds. Okay, so if we bring that to the start, we can start recording. So let's add the first key node. This is the start position, and we added it at the very 0 seconds. So on the position, this is where the camera should be, and we record. So now if we bring it to the 3 second mark, this record, it's gone red, so it's recording now. We drag the camera by moving it, and it leaves this pathway now. So the first path, yep, that looks good, and now we add the key of position, so that position is now set, and it's still on record, so we want to drag. It took about 6 seconds to climb the stairs, so let's go 6 seconds from that to 9. Let's drag it to the top of the stairs when he reaches at the end. Let's just move it across a bit and a bit up, and then add the key, and then to the very end to 19. So let's bring it over to 19. I think that's about 19. Yeah, that'll do. And then drag it over to the end. So those were the 3 key points, and let's just double check that. Yeah, that looks good enough. And let's add the end key node. Okay, so we have the 3 points, and we can also now connect the camera to the scene. So let's we have to do this just at a point at the start and a point at the end, and then right click and select camera, close that, and then over to here, right click, select camera. So this now covers the camera will cover all the points between the time here. Okay, so if we close that and we run it, we now have a camera that's following a player, even though now the views are not checked. The camera height needs to be adjusted, So now this is where the techniques for fast camera editing really helps. What we do is we go back in the view pane, the track view, and we can really edit the scene fast by just starting from the start. So it started off alright, but then it just started disappearing around him. It was too straight and it actually went through the wall. So what we can do is, from the start it was alright. On this point we could actually rotate the camera facing towards him more, and more out. So if we right click on the position, we can actually drag the camera by just dragging up and down these arrows on the X, Y and Z values. So that will help a lot. So if we then click off that, and we go over to the 9-second mark, scroll that, and then we right click on the position. We can adjust the height so the height goes up. Now we want to add a rotation at this point. We want it to be facing him more. He wasn't actually close. So on the rotation we can add a key, and we just click record and hit a key there. Oh, actually no, we don't select record. We don't have to do that. So just pressing the delete button, you can delete those. Okay, we just add a key at the position. So, okay, what have we got here? We've got, oh yeah, that's why. Probably did get there. There we go. On the 9-second mark, we add a key under there. It was just zoomed out too much. So, we've got a key at that rotation. We just right click on it, and we've got now the X, Y and Z. So now we can rotate the camera visually, and this is the techniques that really help. So we can just rotate it visually onto him. We can right click on the position, make it higher if we want, right click back onto rotation and have it looking down at him more, and that should help a lot. So we've got those now in. So if we close that and run it, now we've got one other error. We have the first camera, the first part of the camera is looking that way. So this part is looking alright, but the first part isn't. So what we do is we open pane and go to track view. We need a rotation one there. So if we go back to the first part, we just add key to there. So let's go over to the camera. There it is there, and we want to rotate that visually back. So that's a quick way of doing it. And we want it, do we want it so much looking down on him? We can rotate the X, so it's looking a little bit more higher, so it's got a few better. So then we got that one, and then it slowly rotates around. So that should be good on the first part, and now we'll test it and see for other errors. So that's working alright, good enough. Okay, so now it pans and it's going a little bit too fast, and it's not rotating either. So we need to add a rotation and see what happens. Back into track view. So this is pretty easy now. We just scroll over to the last point. So now the camera, just click up here, and the camera you can see there, and we can just click on add key, put a key there, and then right click on the key, and then these little techniques help a lot. I mean, just visually rotate the camera. We don't even need to really see what we're doing, X, Y or Z, just rotate so the camera looks back at him. There we go, and then see what happens. So that's it really. using the right click on the key points and moving the arrows up and down, it controls the camera movement pretty well and pretty quickly, and gives pretty good results quite fast. So that's it. Thank you very much.